Morning, Nomies. It is July 31st, and we are headed for the Yukon. We are leaving Alaska today. We have been here 2 full months. We cannot think of a single thing that we didn't get to do that was on our list to do. If there's a road to it, we pretty much went there. Stay tuned, because we are headed for our next biggest adventure.
The biggest adventure yet.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, leave us a comment, and we'll see you when we get to Canada. Stay tuned.
All right, we're starting the Dempster Highway.
Woohoo! We are so excited for this part of our adventure. The Dempster goes from about 18 miles east of Dawson City, Yukon, up to Inuvik in the Northwest Territories, past the Arctic Circle. It's 476 miles to Inuvik, and then another 90 miles to Tuktoyaktuk, where the Beaufort Sea, the Arctic Ocean is, and we are going there.
Yay!
Yay!
You've only been able to drive there since
2017, I think.
2017.
Yeah.
The last 90 miles, the road is new.
Yeah.
Previously, you can only drive there on the ice roads in the winter. So anyway, we're excited about taking our little Weeroll camper up to the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah, we are. Yay.
Oh, yay. Our first stop for gas will be 250 miles up the road at the town of Eagle Plains. There's nothing between here and there.
Nothing. So we're entering the Tombstone Territorial Park, which is like a state park of the Yukon. It's up here in these glaciated mountains, and I think we are in the park on this road for about 50 miles. Here's some cyclists.
We're still in Tombstone Territorial Park, and this valley is the headwaters for the North Klondike River. Just absolutely gorgeous. We are climbing out of the valley now, and the guidebook tells us that the rest of the way is going to be on Beringia, so that's kind of interesting.
Yes.
We'll be on the original land bridge. How's that for a shot?
I can see the woolly mammoths now, because this would have been Beringia when the Bering Sea fell in height and exposed all of this tundra that connected, and the animals crossing and the people crossing would have come through here. this road has been really interesting. Changes every, I don't know, every few miles with the scenery. You know, the big open tundra, the steep glacial mountains, and then we had these limestone mountains. I mean, every time you look, it's something different, and the road condition varies.
And we're only in it 100 miles so far. So.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. There are two herds of caribou on this road, the porcupine herd and the Heart River herd, which you could, according to the literature, you see more in the fall. So it's August 1st. We may not see any, but they say you might see, you know, a couple of individual ones hanging out. We haven't seen any, but it would be awfully cool to see a herd of caribou.
Oddly enough, the book says that the two herds don't interbreed.
Yeah, isn't that weird? The porcupine herd hangs out in the ground barren south of here, still on the Dempster, but south of the Heart Valley herd. And the Heart Valley herd hangs out up in the tundra here. So I guess there is a subtle difference between the two types.
I'd love to see a caribou herd.
Yes, yes, fingers crossed. So far we've not seen much. We've seen a marmot, maybe two. That's it. Had dinner and filled up with gas here at Eagle Plains, which is about the halfway point. First place you can get gas, and it's at it's at kilometer 367. So.
And what's the population?
8. The population is 8. But we had a pretty good meal for up here in the middle of nowhere.
There's the hotel, restaurant, lounge. Here is the gas station and the service station and the EMS services. And that's about it. There is a campground.
Oops.
There is a campground, but we're not going to stay there.
No, we're going to go up the road.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some tents up there.
But the meal actually wasn't bad priced.
No, well, it was much more reasonable than I thought it would be.
It was probably $20 cheaper than we could have got it in Alaska. So
yeah, you're good.
We're in the middle of nowhere. Now, gas was really high.
Yeah.
We haven't figured that out,
Yeah.
but we're guessing about $7 a gallon.
Yeah, we don't have any internet, so I can't figure out the conversion. So it was $2.50 Canadian.
Per liter.
So I'm guessing about 7. And it's just beautiful. We're on our way to our campground, which is still maybe 20 miles. I hope.
Yeah.
River, which makes its way to the Yukon. On the Dempster Highway, there are actually 10 different eco-regions that you travel through, from when you first get on it down by Dawson City until you reach Tuktoyaktuk on the Arctic Ocean. 10, which I guess is why every time we went around a corner it was like Well, this looks different than the last part. So, and knock on wood, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but the road's been pretty good for the last few miles. And by good, I mean it's not shaking my brain out of my head. We are at the Arctic Circle. Woohoo! Dempster Highway. It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous up here. Pretty excited about being here.
Almost 8 o'clock at night. We are in the 6 weeks of 24-hour daylight. The sun will not set while we're up here. So we just made it.
And it's awful bright. And we might have the first Weeroll at the Arctic Circle. I'm not sure. I'm going to find out though. She's holding up well to the road, but anyway. Well, we just pulled into camp as the tire on my trailer was going flat. So if we don't get eaten alive by the mosquitoes, which are horrible, we'll get that changed. Better here than out on the road.
Yeah, for sure.
See anything? I don't see anything obvious yet, but we'll pump it up.
Just what you want after 11 hours on the road today.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes are crazy out here. And the dust. But we've had fun until now.
All right. It's like after 10 o'clock. And pulled the tire off, put the spare on. Then I plugged this one and decided to put it back on. And looks like it's holding air okay. It did have a hole right in it. Something sharp got it. We'll make sure, we'll take a look in the morning when we get up, and if it's not flat, my plug is good, so we'll go from there. First flat in over 10,000, probably 10,500 miles, 10,300 miles, something like that on this trip. And of course it was going to happen on the Dempster, but I'm glad that it happened in camp and not on the road.
Yeah.
Where you have no place to pull over. And I probably wouldn't have known it for a while back here.
No.
And the dust, you know, I just got to keep a look in the mirror. But
and the bouncing of the road.
The bouncing of the road, no telling. But
I mean, these are the rocks in camp. I mean, they're
super
just sharp, pointed shale, I guess. I don't know what the heck they are, but they are tire poppers for sure. The highway is built on permafrost, so it is in some places 3 to 4 feet deep. You can kind of see over to the side here, well, maybe, I don't know if you can see that the difference. So what they did was they only cut trees. If there was shrub or mosses or the tundra, they left it, and then they buried it in dirt and gravel, and they spent all their time repairing that so that the permafrost doesn't melt. If the permafrost melts, I don't know if they can have a road through here. So that's what they spend their time doing. We've only been stopped one time for what, maybe 10 minutes for construction. Yeah. We've seen a couple of bulldozers and backhoes working, but we only really were stopped, and that was way south on the road. So far, yeah, so far. Fingers crossed. So we are almost to the Northwest Territory border. Woo woo!
Here we are at the Northwest Territory.
Yeah, heck yeah, almost to the Arctic Ocean. Only 415 kilometers left. And your tire looks like it's holding up good.
This is the Mackenzie River Delta that we'll be dropping down into.
All right, we're fixing to board the Peel River ferry crossing. This is a cable ferry. This is it's the Abraham Francis. And I think we are the only people here. Nope, there's another car. Oh, here we go. The guidebook said that we would see like tents and canvas walled structures where the First Nations tribes come to fish during the summer. Net.
And we did.
And we did.
Yeah. I said it looks like a fish camp.
He was right.
This is the first of 2 ferries we've got to take on the Dempster.
Yeah. When we came in May, we were going to come up here. It was the end of May, beginning of June. But this river, the Peel River, and the next river, what is that? The McPherson?
McPherson.
Yeah. Were still iced in. They still had ice jams on them, so the ferries weren't running. And if the ferries aren't running, you don't get to go.
No.
So,
no. Not between the thaw and the
refreeze.
The freeze and the thaw.
Yeah. So we went ahead and went to Alaska and did our thing in Alaska for 2 months and came back north because we didn't want to miss this. And here we go.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, we're good. That was not bad getting off of that.
No, it wasn't. I wish I could catch the sign behind this truck because it says Peel River ice crossing closed. Maybe because there's no ice right now.
Yeah, but on this side, the sign says
the ferry.
ferry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the ferry's operating, but the ice road isn't. It's okay with me.
Yeah.
All right, onward. We are arriving at the Mackenzie River for the Mackenzie ferry crossing. I think we called it the McPherson at the last ferry crossing.
Correct it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm taping it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We never make mistakes. It's real pretty.
And that village that you see up on the bluff is a native village, but we're unable to pronounce the name of it.
I wouldn't even dare try. We're on the Mackenzie Ferry Bridge now. The Mackenzie River Ferry, not a bridge. It is not a cable ferry. It's like the ferry in Yukon. We're on the M.V. Louis Cardinal. Pretty fancy name. going backwards on this ferry. I'm not a fan. I like to go forward.
But it's going backwards.
Yeah, we are going backward. But it's really cool.
Just for a minute or two.
Because we are in the above the Arctic Circle.
On the Mackenzie River.
On the Mackenzie River.
Which is pretty cool too.
Almost to as far north in Canada as one can drive. And Chuck is talking to one of his buddies, texting, who is in Santiago, Chile. So yeah. Chuck was like, we're polar opposites. It's a small world, thanks to social media.
And thanks to technology.
And thanks to technology, yeah. More so than social media.
Yeah. And we're in the middle of nowhere, next to a village of 170 people, and they have better phone and 4G than we have in Franklin,
yes,
North Carolina. So yeah. That says a lot about the shape of our fast-speed internet in rural Appalachia, in our county anywhere.
And I'm not sure if it's because of the village or because of the river crossing here. We had service at the other river crossing, so maybe for emergency.
Which also had a
village.
A village.
Yeah. We have a van full of mosquitoes from the campground last night.
Yep.
But that's okay. Part of the Dempster up here in the Northwest Territories. We are just south of Inuvik. Well, I say just south. Maybe 60 miles. All right, what are you doing under there?
Well, the gravel, the hundreds and hundreds of miles of gravel is just obliterating any zip ties that might be holding this wiring across the axle to my electric brake. So I'm having to just duct tape it to the axle. That seems to be holding up for now. I don't think it'll hold up. I mean, the tape is beat to hell too, but at some point it'll have to be changed. But
maybe tape and zip ties.
Yeah.
And since we've crossed the second ferry there at the Mackenzie River, it's been just pretty much, you know, kind of flat, foresty, and swampy, because we are getting closer and closer and closer to the Arctic Ocean. We are in Inuvik in the Northwest Territories, the largest city at 3,243 people.
And we just paid $7.52 a gallon for gas.
Here is the Inuvik Cultural Center. I feel like the Northwest Territories is all First Nations for the most part, that we are in a very indigenous people's territory. It's interesting construction around here with mainly a lot of metal buildings. This is a motel over here. Here's the Igloo Church. This is Our Lady of Victory Roman Catholic Church, but we're too early. It is locked. Another hotel. Expeditions. This is the North Mart. It has a Pizza Hut, a KFC, generators, clothes, food, you name it. That's the place to go. Pretty cool.
That place is more than just a store. It's like anything you would need to buy. Yeah. They have ATVs. It's a full grocery store. It's got a couple of fast food. It's got hardware. It's got clothing for Men, women, girls, boys,
Babies.
babies, you name it, you can find it in that store somewhere. If you can't find it, you don't need it.
Yeah. And here's some more town. I wish I could get a utilidor. So see this silver pipe over there in between the buildings? That's called the utilidor, and heat and water and sewer run through that above ground pipe that stays heated. There you go. We're on the bumpy road to Tuk, where we're gonna camp on the Arctic Ocean tonight.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. No, we're doing it.
We got 90 miles to go.
Yeah. Everything appears to be in good working order this morning after some last minute fixes on the road yesterday. They seem to be holding up. To Tuk. This is the protected grazing lands of Canada's only domestic reindeer herd and the summer grazing lands of a couple of caribou herds. So fingers crossed, maybe we'll see something this morning. Or not.
Or not. We haven't so far.
We've not seen, yeah. Are you sinking?
Yeah, look.
Okay, I'm not going to walk out there in my shoes then. Dang. Wow, you did sink.
Yeah.
Is it bouncy?
When you look at the map of this area all the way up to Tuktoyaktuk, it looks like there's actually more water than land up here. It's just really dotted with these beautiful ponds and lakes all throughout it.
These snowmobiles and sleds have not been abandoned. They're left by local people to access their winter hunting and fishing grounds. There have been a lot of them on the road, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't worry about theft because they are right next to the road.
And obviously, the winter's a lot longer than the summer, so
for sure.
Just leave them out here. I'd think, how do they get them started? But I guess
yeah,
they've got it down pat.
Yeah, and they must get them before the snow gets too deep, or how would you find them? Or
they'd be buried. So they must have been doing it so long they've got it figured out.
And we are at the Canadian Pingo landmark. I don't know if you can see the two straight ahead of us, hopefully. There are 8 pingos as part of this landmark that we were kind of excited about hiking to, but unfortunately you can't hike there between May and September in an effort to protect and conserve the tundra, so that's okay. But we are now at the end of the Dempster Highway, 546 miles from the other end of it down by Dawson City. We are on Beaufort Drive, entering Tuktoyaktuk Village proper. And there she is.
Here's our camp on the Arctic Ocean in Tuktoyaktuk. Quite literally right on the Beaufort Sea, right on the Arctic Ocean. Can't get any sweeter. Today's beautiful. It's about 50 degrees, a little breezy, but not bad at all. Beautiful day. And the price to camp here is $60, 60 Canadian dollars. That goes to the village of Tuktoyaktuk, so pretty sweet. This is Anthony with some herring that he netted here. Good looking fish.
Yeah.
And how many of those did you tell me you've got at home dried?
We got about maybe 50
you might see
in our
the health
smokehouse and about
and then
maybe 200 put away.
There's a
Okay.
path.
So
The beach is just behind.
How many more of those will you do before the winter?
maybe
You can
another
park, but,
200 or
like, you have
300
to
Okay.
walk
for the
because
winter.
It's just
Okay.
rocky, like
Very
rock.
nice.
But yeah, you'll see it just somewhere over there.
We eat a lot of native food during the winter because
Yeah.
prices of food is kind of high,
Yeah.
and
But
it's cheaper to
no, I
get gas
haven't been
and
swimming
go
yet,
out
but
Right.
might
to
be a
do
little
our
bit
hunting.
chilly.
And
It's probably always
next nice day I'm
On
gonna
windy,
go
like,
whaling too.
Like
Oh.
some windy days,
One of
it
my
can be
uncles-
really warm.
Well, we've had a great time up here in Tuktoyaktuk. It's super friendly town.
Yep.
Beautiful camping on the Arctic. There was a heat wave. It was like 55 and sunny yesterday. We couldn't ask for better. And now we're going to go check out the ocean.
See what it's like.
See what it's like. See what temperature it is.
And right now it's I think 52 degrees and sunny, so
This must be, yeah.
we're not we're trying to find I'm distracted here.
Yeah, we're trying to find the beach. We'll get back to you. Here we are at the beach.
If I freeze to death, I'm going to come back and haunt her because I'm freezing just walking out
Right,
here.
so it'll feel like even, so like yesterday during the
Ooh, don't want
55
to step on
degree
that.
heat wave, we would have been unhappy, but this morning it'll be like perfect.
Yeah. All right, here goes nothing.
Here we go, here we go. Oh, it's not bad at all.
Oh, yeah.
It's very rocky, be careful.
Okay. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know that I can dunk my head though. 'Cause
Okay.
the water
Go
is-
down.
Whew. This is for Isabel. Shout out to Isabel.
Shout out to
Who
Isabel.
loves the cold water.
And shout out to Lukey.
Oh, and Lukey. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm going. I'm going.
1, 2, 3.
3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Okay, it's not that bad.
Okay, good deal.
It's not that bad.
I like it when it's not that bad.
I really wanted to put my head under, but it's just too shallow.
Yeah, it is. Shallow, yeah, that's what it is.
All right, Papa.
Okay, 1.
1, 2, 3. Ooh, you can do it.
1, 2. That's enough for me.
Here we are, the Arctic swimmers.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is, you do go numb after a bit.
Yeah, my feet are like,
Yeah.
my bottom,
Yeah.
my knees down are
Yeah.
like tingling numb.
Yeah.
So, all right, we can say we
that's
got
good
in.
enough.
We got in.
That's good enough.
It is. Well, that swim wasn't too bad.
It was exhilarating.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it a swim either.
No. A very fast dip.
Yeah.
However, I think we were smart to wait for this morning when it was in the low 50s so that the water temperature and the air temperature were closer, so we weren't as freezing cold when we got out of the water, because we had a little bit of a hike back across that beach. So we're on our way down. We are actually headed home.
Yeah.
We've got 546 miles of this road to go, and
Of gravel.
of gravel. That's, yeah, of gravel. So we're hoping to do about half today and half tomorrow. But we have truly enjoyed this trip up the Dempster Highway. It is unforgiving in places. You've just got to take it slow. It's absolutely gorgeous though. 100% worth it. And, you know, we can say we've been to the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah.
So,
It's a once in a lifetime deal.
for sure, for sure.
You know, we kind of dreamed about this and threw the idea around a little bit, and we just set out to make it happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So I guess we're gonna say goodbye for today right now, and stick around, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave us a comment. You know, we love the comments. And until next time, fare thee well, Nomies.